Howdy everybody. So I am making the next video showing the inside of the coop and giving you a little tour of, not the coop, sorry, I hear the chickens in the background, of the rabbit hutch. So this is a finished rabbit hutch. Ooh, ah. Alright, so I'm going to flip you around. Oh, also, if you want to just watch the video of how it's made, it's a time-lapse video. I'll post that link in the description. So check that out, and I'm going to turn the video around so I can show you details. Alright, so here is the rabbit hutch. As you can see, I kind of tried to make it match the motif of the chicken coop and the woodshed. In fact, a lot of the supplies I used for the rabbit hutch were leftovers from this project. I tried to recycle as much as possible and put in as little of money as I possibly could into this project. In fact, the tin roof is leftovers from a school tear-off, which we also used for the chicken coop, and the wood was leftovers for the most part. I probably invested maybe like $20 or $30 with wood, and then another $20 in hinges and clasps, and then probably another, I think I bought 4 spools of 16 gauge galvanized wire, and they're a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, and each one of those spools was about $11 to $12. I did it the more expensive route because I didn't realize I was going to need as much wire as I did, so I did it little by little, where it probably would have been much cheaper if I just got a giant spool of it. So I'll show you the inside here. So again, this, hold on really quick, let me back up again. So this section right here is over half, and then this section is a little bit smaller. I'm planning to put a buck in there and a Flemish giant mix in there, which is a really big breed of rabbit. And then down here, it's evenly spaced, so the cages are the same size down here. And I'm hoping to put 2 does down there, 2 Rex does, probably either sisters or a mother and a daughter. I've had rabbits in the past when I was much younger, and it seemed like the mother and daughter, they worked really well together and they seemed happier together. I know that rabbits are very territorial, but my 2 bunnies that were mother and daughter, they really loved to cuddle, and it was really sweet, so it really seemed like they were happier. However, they didn't have litters back to back, or I'm not planning on breeding my rabbits back to back, but they didn't have litters at the same time, so I'm curious to see how that'll work. And so as a precaution, I made a little door inside. You can see it right there. So then they can go back and forth. However, if they start to become aggressive or a little PMSy or whatnot, I can just put this door down, and there's a block there to push it against, so then they can't get through, and then a lock. So it's pretty sturdy there. I don't think a rabbit is going to try to really push through that. And I sanded it all nice and down so there's no sharp edges. So if they don't get along at any point, or if they want to be separated from their kits, I can always move the kits in here. But I just wanted to have a fail-safe door just in case my plan of a happy, harmonious rabbitry doesn't quite work out. I also have locks that latch. And this is the bigger one. Again, I used tin for as much as I possibly could because it was free. And free is an awesome price. Now, I did some research, and I learned that actually they did a study on rabbits, what they prefer for flooring, and they preferred 89% of the time to be on wire versus wood. However, I still put the wood here. I didn't really want to put it in the back there because I know rabbits tend to go to the bathroom in a one designated area in the corner. So the likelihood of them choosing that spot or that spot is very high. But I needed to staple the wire to something. And I wanted it to be, because if a Flemish Giant's going to be in here, they're pretty heavy, and I wanted them to be secure but with a little bit of give. So I'm not sure, I might put laminate on that to try to help that be waterproof or pea proof, I guess I should say. I thought of polyurethane, but in case they chew on the wood, which I know they will, I just don't want them to ingest anything that could be harmful. So again, I'm going to see what happens there. I might have to end up putting like a cheap laminate on that wood to try to make it a little more pea proof. I highly doubt that they're going to pick a pea corner up here in the front. So I think the wood over here is good. So going back to the study, 89% of the time, rabbits preferred to be on a wire. So, and part of the reason why is I learned that rabbits' paws, unlike dogs and cats, they kind of keep their feet like this. So that gives their toenails, or claws, a spot to go in. So if they're like this, they're okay, and that's naturally how it is in nature. Because of the soil and the grass, and they're prey animals, so they want to be able to move really quickly and be able to run and scurry and get away at the drop of a hat. So if you put them, their paws again are shaped like this, so if you put them on something that's hard, it creates hawk sores because it pushes their paw in an unnatural position. So I wanted to give them a spot where they could lay if they just wanted to be off the wire. But from everything I read and learned, they prefer the wire. So it made me feel a little bit better because I always felt a little bad about rabbits being on wire all the time. But if they prefer it, then there you go. I'll give them what they prefer. All right, so another thing that I absolutely love about my design and this, I almost said chicken coop, rabbit hutch, is this poop slide. I'm really hoping this will help do a few things. One, it'll keep the smell down. Not that rabbits smell really bad. We had hogs and they were awful. But in an easy cleanup. So I think I could probably just dribble water down here, and then the poo and pee can go down to this little system that I have made here. Let's see here. So you can see on the back of the hutch, I made this poo runoff drain system, I guess. And I'm hoping that it'll just run down there, and then I will have some sort of bucket or poop holding apparatus right there. That's the official term, poop holding apparatus. And I just hope that'll keep everything nice and clean, and then I can go and take that nice cold manure. It's called cold manure because you can put it directly on your garden. So that's exactly what I'm hoping to do. Which is one of the reasons why I'm getting these rabbits. So one reason is for pelts, one reason is for meat, and the other is for manure. Unlike horses and cattle and chickens, their manure are considered hot, so you cannot directly put them on your garden. However, with rabbits, you totally can. So I really like that aspect of owning rabbits, or I'll appreciate it now. Before I didn't appreciate it. So that is about all I have to say about the hutch. Let me think here. I think that's it. Yep. So there you go. There's the finished product. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I'm not done. So in the other video, you can see that I talk about this post. In the video, it doesn't look that bad, but here you can totally see that this post is just jutting out to the left quite a bit. It wasn't so bad to begin with, but this is where the chicken coop used to be. So this soil was really light and fluffy, and the moment it got wet, it just got really mushy and gross. So we're gonna put a drain, or what is it, a gutter down here, and then hopefully it'll just drain off this direction, and then this will keep this area dry, because right now the surface area for all of that is spilling right there, and that is sinking in that spot. So I need to kind of lift that up. I know it will never be square, even though I managed to get everything else square despite the fact that that is cattywampus. But we'll have to address that issue. I mean, you can see here it looks pretty darn level. I'm just worried about that mushiness right there. So I'm pretty pleased with myself. And if I happen to build another one, then I'm not sure if I'll use the log system again. Although it looks really cool, the pre-cut wood is really handy. Alright, so there it is. A couple more things I keep forgetting. So the dimensions, I'm pretty sure, well, I know this direction it's 8 feet long because we used the leftovers from the coop. I had originally designed and planned to do a 10-foot wide coop, which would have been atrociously heavy, but I just improvised and changed my design a little bit and made it a little deeper rather than longer, which was probably better anyway. So it's 8 feet long, and I'm pretty sure it's 6'6" from the front to the back. I mean, from the top to the bottom in the front. The back is about 6 feet, I believe, and I'm pretty sure it's 2 feet deep, 2 or 3 feet deep. I'll have to check those measurements, but I'll put them on here. So yeah, those are the dimensions, and I'm pretty sure that'll be a more than ample amount of room. So that means the bunnies on the bottom will have a whole 8-foot section for them to romp around and play. So I just want happy, healthy bunnies. Okay, actually, I remember something else. I'm actually not completely done with it. So there's a lot of space up here, and I know that the rabbits like to stand, but I want to utilize part of that and make a loft for extra surface area. I believe that it's 8 square feet for a rabbit is what's suggested for a cage, and I know that I'm way above that, but if we have that extra area up there, why not give them a little bit of extra space? So I am going to put a loft in there as well. And I need to make nest boxes as well. For right now, when they're young, I'm not too worried about a nice, super nice nest box with a lip where the kids can't get out. I'll make that eventually, but yeah, so those are my next couple of projects. So, and I believe that's it. If I think anything, I'll post it. All right, I'm excited to get my bunnies. I'm ready for them now.